Good afternoon. We are actually broadcasting live, so to speak, from the Maryland Club. This is the Charles Street Grill Kitchen. I am the executive chef, Victor Alvarez. I'm going to show you how I make an omelet. It's pretty traditional, but you know, we will do a smoked bacon, smoked cheddar, boursin, and caramelized onion. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to julienne the onion to start to caramelize the onion before we make the omelet. And right here, this is just drawn butter. So you take just a little bit of butter. Make sure the pan's hot. And I like to combo butter with olive oil. So there's just plenty of butter, olive oil. Right here we have our onion. So we're just gonna julienne it real quick. Thumb, forefinger, pinch, grip. So now the butter is slightly brown, which is what you want. A nice, nutty contrast for when you're caramelizing the onions. So you want to start off on high just to get that caramelization action going. A little bit of kosher salt. And then right here, you are caramelizing and sauteing the onions. Saute means to jump. So we're jumping the onions in the pan, right? We have range-free, cage-free eggs. They are very nice. I have 4 eggs. I guess a traditional omelet would be 3. But I like 4. So now we have the onions caramelizing on the stove. And you're letting the fork hit the side of the bowl, right? And then it automatically bounces back. But you just want the yolks to be broken, everything included. Go. So then you want to check on, you see how the onions are starting to get brown? I'm just going to make a little garnish for the omelet plate. I just have some tomato and some purple cabbage. Normally I would just do some fruit, but we're trying to keep our perishable goods at a minimum. And here I have a tablecloth down. So this is a chef tip that when you're doing a dinner party at home and if you have a stainless steel surface area to plate on, you just put this down because we're going to have a warm omelet go on a warm plate. So these plates were actually warmed up in the oven, and this is a barrier from the cold table to keep your plates warm. Just a chef tip. So we'll just take just a little bit of this over here. And again, it's just to add some color. I didn't want to just put an omelet on the plate because that would just be uncivilized. When they start to get all brown and lovely like that, you just want to turn down the heat. And again, this has been approximately 4.5 minutes of just constant sauteing or jumping and movement. So now we have turned down the heat and all that stuff getting beautiful. Butter makes everything better, right? So now we can just turn that off because I think the onions are right where we want them to be, and you're just essentially folding in that butter as you flip it. So now we have the omelet pan. Again, we already whisked our eggs, and I like to do butter and oil like I said. So right here, unseasoned eggs, whisk just like how I showed you, and you're just right in there just like that. So now you just want to add a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper. So now you just want to move the eggs to the middle. Right? in a circular motion, just like so. So we're going from the outside of the omelet pan to the middle. And you're drawing everything. You should always let the omelet sit for, or the eggs sit for a minute, like how I did. So I put it in for probably 40 seconds, right? Before I moved them. And now I'm just, again, moving everything right to that base, right in the middle. So now we have chopped bacon, right? We actually here at the Maryland Club, we put our bacon through the meat grinder, so it's this consistency for salads and fillings and things. But feel free to use your own cooked chopped bacon at home. You have smoked cheddar. Again, you can use whatever food you have in your pantry. This is just what we happen to have on hand. So now we're gonna add, aside from the eggs, the star of the omelet, so to speak, right? And those beautiful caramelized onions. Origin cheese is that garlic and fin herb cheese. Fin herb is chervil, tarragon, chive. I just want to take a little bit. I think the contrast of cheeses would be great. So now we will put this in the oven for, you know, say maybe not even a minute. And I always work with two cutting boards. So I have one right here, obviously, and I have one right here. We can see the purple. So just as a streamlining, efficient way, I always have two. One maybe for proteins, one for vegetable as well. So now we're going to chuck our omelet.
What was the oven at, Chef?
The oven is at 350.
Okay.
So now when you have it from this point, you just want to, it's beautiful. Put it down right there. And again, that looks very, very, very nice. And from here, because we are in Baltimore, why not just do a little bit of the Old Bay right there, just like so. I do not have any fresh herbs on hand, but right here, this is how we make our omelets at the Maryland Club. So I hope you enjoy. Everybody be safe, stay well. And you know, if you have any questions, you can email me directly. And again, I hope you enjoy it. So please, have a great night.